What's going on? It's My Life in the Shot. I'm your host, Donald. Watched another Philly teen, only 15 years old, is killed. His name is Devin Weedon. I'm going to bring you guys that story. I'm going to bring you guys the video, and this video is going to show four young men in broad daylight, early in the morning, walk casually down the street. One of the young men has the gun out. All those cars out there, and they end up murdering this young man. I'm going to bring you guys that. I'm going to bring you guys on what his father had to say. How cowardly is four young men? Y'all could have easily just whooped the young man. It's four y'all against one, and y'all had to shoot the young man in the chest. I'm going to bring you guys that. I'm going to bring you guys the crime stat coming out of Philly. In 2022, they had 516 homicides. I'm going to compare it to Chicago's homicides. I'm going to also bring you guys the size of Philly. They only have 1.5, and I'm going to compare it to Chicago's 2.6 million people. I'm going to show you guys that they had 40 children killed last year. I'm going to also bring you guys their clearance rate. Not only is Philly's clearance rate low at 37% in 2020, but the national clearance rate is under 55%. Renee, what's going on with this story?
Yes, so around 7:30 a.m. on March 28th, 15-year-old Devin Weedon was on his way to his high school at Gratz in Nicetown, Philly, when four men approached him and some type of altercation ensued, and he was shot in the chest. And those four suspects are still on the loose, and there is a $30,000 reward out for them.
Wow, $30,000 reward. Now I'm going to bring you guys this video. So, look, check it out. They're just masked up, hoodied up. I'm not letting no youngster walk up on me. And look at this. Let me show you guys this video. They just casually walking. One of them, I'm going to show you, has the gun out. And people put cameras around your neighborhood. So look, let me show y'all. So they just walking. You're not scared of that pandemic. Nobody raised no red flags. Y'all just let them walk off, walk around, hooded up, masked up. So look, I can't show you guys all the videos. So what the video is going to show is that they confront this young man, some type of verbal altercation. They get to scrapping, and one of them ends up shooting him in the chest. So let me show you guys this. This is them walking. They just casually walking. And we don't know how long and how far they was walking. So let's go to his father. His father's going to say the same thing I'd say. Hey. So this is his father's testimony right here.
Like, in my era, I was born in the 60s. If you fought somebody and he beat you, it wasn't about no beating, about respect when you fight. And we shook hands, you drank beer, smoked weed, and y'all go play basketball. Now, you fight a dude, he want to come back with 50 clips and put them all in you. And half the time they hitting the wrong people. I want to ask all three of them dudes, why did you kill my son? Well, my son, he really don't get into no conflict with nobody. He come home, he goes in his room, he plays computer, he plays game. You didn't just mess my family up. You hurt your family. You either gonna go to jail when the police catch you, or somebody gonna kill you. And then your mom gonna have the same grievance that I got. Guns is the problem. It's this pitiful that you put these people in office and they don't do shit. But let something happen when they kids. Oh, we're going to pass this bill. We're going to pass this bill. You got these parents out here getting high, running around. Don't keep make the parents responsible for your child action. Let's do that. Let's pass a bill. If your son go out there and kill that man, you're going to jail.
Absolutely. I agree with them. What do you think about what's the stats with the students, Renee, this year? And what do you think is the problem with some of the things he addressed?
So 99 students shot in Philly so far, and 18 killed, including Devin Weedon. And just note, they don't have a motive in the shooting just yet, but they do believe it was a robbery. As far as some of the points that he made, I totally agree. First of all, how are these students getting not students, but how are these kids getting their hands on all these guns? And yes, should we hold the parents responsible? Yes. Why are your kids out at 7 something in the morning with a gun and just took somebody's life. Like, why are your kids? Why aren't the students? Why aren't the kids in school?
Right. This young man, they say was an honor roll student. All right.
And on the football team.
Football team takes, after school, that's a lot of work on the weekends and after school and to be on the honor roll. Here's a good father that's like, hey, back in that day, it's 4 of y'all. Y'all could have easily just whooped them had y'all had a problem with them. Also, one of the things I noticed he said is, we vote these people in. That's one of the problems. You cannot vote your way out this people. You cannot vote your way out of this mess, people. Stop thinking that you're going to vote your way out of this. You're not. Until the community steps up, it ain't going to get done. I say that every show. Also, why are y'all letting y'all kids walk around masked up and hooded up? I was in the Walmart this weekend, and I saw a mother with her child, and this young man had a hood on and a mask on. You ain't scared of that pandemic. People, watch your children going out.
I think the masked up thing is like the cool look. It's trying to just look a certain way. I don't think that they're all up to doing something, but it's just the look. Like the look is in right now to do that.
A lot of these youngsters want to look tough. I get it. A lot of these youngsters want to look cool. I get it. But let me tell y'all something. I'm not letting you walk up on me with no mask, young homie. I may up that on you and tell you, hey, homie, I get the streets. I know the streets. I come from the streets. You ain't walking up on me like that. I know you fit the description. I know you ain't scared of that thought. You ain't scared of that pandemic. The Philly stats, check it. They got 516 homicides. Mind you, Chicago is normally in the upper 600s, 700s. We got twice the population. And they got just as many homicides. Also, when we talk about homicides here, we're doing these neighborhoods, but also when you see other at the bottom 45, you're talking about the suburbs and surrounding areas too, which Illinois has 12 million people. So we're going to talk about Philly in 2021 had 562 homicides. Mind you, they're half the population of us with just as many homicides. Year to date, Philly already has 109 homicides as of April 5th. Chicago has 131. They're right behind us with half the population. Unbelievable. Now, Renee, you raised the question that what's going on with the teenagers and the school shootings, because you say 18 murdered, 99 shot.
Right. So is it jealousy? Like, for example, Devin Weedon, he was an honor roll student. He was on a football team. Is it jealousy? Are they trying to get some of these kids to join their gang and they're refusing?
I don't think it's that. It could be as easily as some social media beef. Social media beef plays a big role in it today. But I'm going to show you guys, okay, the data shows 40 children killed in Philly last year with 41 in 2021. So 2019, 2021, and I'm going to bring you guys the homicide. Only 35%, 37% of the shootings were cleared with, back in 1965, over 85% of the homicides will be solved. We're talking in 2020, less than 55%. So it's not just a Philly, it's not a Chicago thing. It's a nationwide average. With less than
especially in big cities, and I really think this no stitching thing has really gotten out of hand. I think that's what's driving it with the no snitching. I think that's really what's driving it. That's a very popular saying. It's a very popular thing.
Right. You see, they allowed this man they allowed these kids to walk. We don't know how long these kids walked. They walked all that way. They could have walked a mile. They could have walked 2 miles. In our communities, nobody would say nothing. If there was to walk a block in my cousin community, it would have been cops riding. Whoa, 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 whoa. So now, when you say, what is the issue? What are they beefing about? So now, once upon a time in the 80s, 90s, it was largely gangs. But now, a lot of these youngsters claim gangs, but it could be as something as he stepped on my shoe in gym. I got a problem with him. I know where he be at. Y'all homies, let's go handle this. Now, my thing is, just like his father said, why couldn't y'all just, if you cowardly y'all could have easily one-on-one, but why'd y'all have to jump this man and then shoot him on top of that? Y'all could have easily just stomped him, beat him up, and went about your day. And y'all could have fought it out another day or whatever. But it could be his social media beef. It could be as little as he was looking at my girl. He bumped into me. And he's 15 years old. This is like a freshman in high school. You're supposed to be trying to get at the young girls at the high school and enjoying your high school life. And he was a football player. So, you know, why ain't these youngsters? And so one of the things, people, do not let your kids walk around masked up. They got a mask. No. Where you think you're going? Hoodie. Where you think you're going? Get in here. Because when the police roll up on them, they know what a carjacker looks like. They know what killers are walking around looking like. They walking around here with hoodies and they're walking around here with masks on. They ops.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't think the police can just stop them just because they're masked up and hoodies on. It may be a form of discrimination. So I'm not sure that's a good idea.
And yeah, but had they done that in this case, they would have saved a 15-year-old boy's life. Nobody called the police when they saw 4 young men walking around hooded up, masked up. And this is something else I say in our communities. We need to get cameras everywhere. All right, we need to get cameras everywhere so that when we get the clearance rate back up, youngsters be like, wait, we 90% chance of getting caught. I ain't going with you on that mission. Hey, homie, if we gonna go whoop dude, put that gun up. Because this cat's that.
I'm not sure if the cameras, because they've had a few murders that's been on camera, but unfortunately they have the mask on and the hoodie, so you still can't see their identities. But with this $30,000 reward, I have a feeling that somebody's going to recognize them and turn them in.
Right, so here it's never a $30,000 reward. Yo.
Yeah.
It used to be $20,000 in Philly. Here you may see $5,000.
10,000, yeah.
Tops. But $30,000? Yo, and y'all still only in 2020 was at 37%. Whoa. So yeah, we need to get those here in Chicago. We need to get those rewards upped. And when we start clearing some of these homicides, then you see the homicide rates go lower. We think that we can pray our way out this mess. We can vote our way out that mess. I'm telling you people, that is not the way to do it. When we elect a politician here, we tickle pink. We happy. We think, everything's going to change. And everything gets worse. And we shocked. Every election year, we get geeked. We think we're going to go to the poll and something's going to change. And we jump right back on social media and we trying to figure out how did everything get worse. And we puzzle.
How does all these young people have access to all these illegal guns?
That's a great question. I have no idea. These youngsters are getting guns. Once upon a time back in the hood, 2-3 people would have a pistol. Now every youngster has at least 2 or 3 pistols each.
Right.
And so, he raised the point, how these guns getting on the streets. Illegal guns getting on the streets. So legal gun owners are like, hey, don't take my pistol because y'all out there acting a fool. Y'all figure that out. You know. So that's the story today, y'all. Anyway, shout out to everybody sending me stories. Shout out to everybody liking these and watching these videos. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Appreciate you, Renee, for coming on. Peace.
In the shy. Ooh, it's my life in the shy.